Yeah, it's not like I can't kick them or anything. I have saves I can load and I can kick people. I don't want anybody just like to dive in and be like, yeah, I'm trolling you fools, because that's just annoying, but...
Yeah. Only people in my stream at the moment from last night. That stream.
Also, notice you lowered our dice number because we don't have Cerelia.
Well, again, it comes down to what I was talking about, where you don't need all this shit. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need the extra one for Lucky anymore. She's retired from adventuring.
For now, at least.
Yeah.
And for all we know, she might go on a tour with the Resistor or something.
Maybe.
As I said, for all we know.
You know, if we ever did a campaign of this game that had, when we had a lot of viewers, like a lot of chat interaction, I had an idea for a character. I don't know what I would call him, but I was thinking tentatively a Zoomancer. And basically, what we do is take, like, I don't know, 20 to maybe 30, 35 different, just random animals. Oh, there's a rat. There's a giraffe. There's an owl. There's, whatever. And make little tiles for them. And every time he uses a skill to summon an ability, or summon an animal, we'd have a preset chart, or like, if it's this threatening, it has these stats. If it's this hot threatening, it has these stats, And the chat would vote on how threatening it is, and they would decide, like, what it does.
I can deal with that, but only if we name him Noah.
No.
Damn, it didn't work.
Someone's... Oh, definitely. Needs to be Noah.
Yeah.
Summons a boat that drops off some random animals. They're always in pairs. You get 2 giraffes. You get 2.
I can just imagine a Final Fantasy style summon animation with just a Derek flying around.
Damn, Tango did not go off. Fuck!
Yeah, this bot's always weird.
The first sound effect never goes off, doesn't it?
Neither of them went off.
Ah.
Oh, there you go. Shut up, retarded Tango. Why isn't that working?
If we got the volume slider all the way to 0.
Maybe Onkbot heard me shit-talking it earlier about how I was going to go obsolete. It works when I hit the preview thing. Onkbot itself is capable of playing sound, it's just not reading chat.
Oh god, if you preload Pokemon Sun and Moon, if you buy it from eShop, you get a code for 12 Quick Balls.
I know. On the other hand, some places in the UK get things like a freaking massive set of just like awesome metal case and a bunch of limited edition collectible art pieces and shit.
But nope. 12 quick balls.
But no, Britain and America gets...
We're missing Cloud Monkey.
Yeah, I'm joining. Yeah, but no, Britain and America gets 12 quick balls.
That's if you pre-purchase from Nintendo. That's if you pre-order from Nintendo eShop.
Both of them.
The eShop. Is there a digital release of this Pokemon game?
Yeah. There has been since X and Y.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you can get it purely digital.
I have purely digital Pokemon Y because Walmart didn't have it on launch day and I was kind of pissed. I mean, it's a Pokemon game.
Connected.
You would think that they would have a Pokemon game on launch day, but they didn't. So I got kind of pissed.
Hopefully that still works.
Okay, yep, that worked that time.
Shut up. You just connected. Sorry, I'm stupid. Also, we're gonna have a surprise for the streams.
Surprise? Not surprised.
Waiting on everything to load in, so I might not hear what you guys say.
Okay.
My question still is, where the fuck's my dog?
That's always your question.
We'll probably find that out today.
Unless
Yay.
something really horrible happens.
It seems like it's been longer because you went 2 games in 1 week.
I know, I played multiple sessions.
Yeah.
I think I
Hey,
probably have the
Tasso.
most. I have the trophy for the most crossovers.
You definitely do, yes.
And then probably Great White Hope.
Yeah, actually, it would be Great White Hope.
Great Hope's done 2
No.
sessions.
No, Great White Hope or Ultima, because he partially dropped in on one.
Your Great White Hope has done 2 sessions with us, right?
No. Great White Hope did 1 session, and then the second session was technically the rest of the group, was the
Oh, yeah,
entire
right.
other group.
We've had a few people do crossover stuff. It's been fun.
Nope. I haven't really crossed over, but I've popped in chat a few times on the nighttime sessions.
That's fine.
Trouble gets around.
So now I can fucking speak.
Yeah. The curse has
You're
been
welcome.
lifted.
Yes. Why
I
would
know
I
you've
thank
already
you,
thanked
crazy?
me.
Why would I thank you, crazy man? You're crazy. You do not deserve thanks.
Aw.
And Logan disconnected.
Also, Ikaru's arrow is super small.
So it actually works nice. It's like I know it was like dirt
Yes,
cheap
it works well.
so
Yes, it works well.
headset, the sound comes through fine.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna end up having to readjust a bunch of sliders for forever and infinity to deal with the changed settings, but
Yeah, it functions.
it functions.
Wonder what happened to Logan. I heard some weird clapping and then he's gone.
Yeah.
The clapping was me.
Oh.
Logan.
You're like, I heard weird clapping.
I thought he might have one of those old clappers from the 80s connected to his computer, not knowing what it was. Oh, this is a power strip. It was totally just a weird old power strip. Nope. Clap on, clap off.
Could you imagine that for a computer?
Imagine if I was the trigger for that.
I have no idea what the fuck you were talking about. He said clap on, clap off.
Yeah, clap on, clap off. I just imagine the computer having that.
I was just sitting there.
like, is it something with clapping hands on it? Oh, clap
I
on,
was
clap
sitting there
off,
trying to figure out what the hell you were talking about.
and then clap on, clap off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh god.
That was such a weird device.
They still have them.
They do.
Yeah. I could still imagine it
Also,
being completely useless for a computer.
Anyone here ever watch iCarly when it was, actually half new?
Nope.
Nope.
I don't even know what that is.
It was a
TV show.
It was a TV show when I was younger, and
teenage
I
drama sitcom.
not really drama. The drama was half-assed and really obviously a joke.
But yeah, it was teenage sitcom.
Yeah, there was a little skit with one of the characters had a lamp. The lamp was a voice-activated lamp, except the lamp only responded to yelling at it angrily in like Korean or something, or was it Swedish? It was some foreign language, and so they had to go rumpu at it angrily. Which I just thought of that hilariously when you brought up the clapper. Rumpu, 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 rumpu.
Everyone's having technical difficulties today.
DSJ isn't.
Next thing we know,
Logan's internet
DSJ's
cycled.
computer's gonna catch fire and Cloud
Please don't
Monkey's house is gonna blow up.
Please don't jinx it.
He just did.
Don't jinx it again.
Also, how you doing, Kit, today?
I'll be back in a moment.
Well, we were ready to go, and then
Yeah,
we stopped being ready to go.
Oh,
Oh well. Let's just sit here, twiddle our thumbs, and...
I was looking at the menus for the Chinese restaurant, and I'm annoyed because they don't allow you. They allow me to order online, but I can't use my credit card or my bank card. I have to pay cash. I don't have quite enough tips on me to get what I want. It's pork fried rice, damn it! Ooh. What are you cooking in a crock pot?
So I found some amazing art a couple weeks ago that I'm trying to find a way to use, but I don't think I'll be able to. It's heartbreaking, but I'm not going to waste it. If I get even the slimmest chance, I'll use it sometime.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, okay.
My internet cycled, as I mentioned in tabletop.
So, with the treble RPG thing, I think I'm going to go with like a more Dragon Quest style battle view than a side view.
Okay.
Because finding animated sprites for a mechanoid gorilla is going to be really hard.
Yeah. I was thinking you would just sloppily paste in a PNG or JPEG.
I'll figure
of
out
what?
Especially like a really poorly compressed one.
Of what?
Spark
a
Mandrill.
mech gorilla.
A Spark Mandrill. That's it. Just don't give Spark Mandrill a trail of a following party member to look. Just choose a monkey with some cyborg bits on it.
Can you do sprites in that game?
Kind of what?
Can you do custom
suppose if you could-
sprites?
Oh yeah, I can do all kinds of crap. Man. Like,
And in battle, he just
cut out the
and in
chips.
battle-
Come on, that's loud.
it's
We're
really
streaming.
loud.
Come on.
Hey, I've eaten crisps on stream before.
As for how are you doing the parties? Are you doing front facing, like you can't see the characters? Or are you doing like?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it front facing, like Dragon Quest, Dragon War.
I was thinking if you do left party, right party kind of thing. Spark Mandrill as like just his SNES sprite as the battle sprite.
Yeah, I could.
You know what? Either way, just do him.
Just I don't put Spark Mandrill.
Just either way. Yeah, I think that's the best thing. Again, a poorly compressed JPEG would be more appropriate, but that's up to you.
As for a Cerberus, there's plenty of Cerberus art around.
Yeah.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Whoever's crunching is gonna get muted.
You know you have like a mute button on Discord itself, right? There you go.
Wonder.
God damn it.
Seriously?
Rip Dace. Oh, this game's over.
Stop annoying this.
Okay. Are we good now?
Yeah. You might hear me bite and crunch.
Crunch.
You have the power this. If they do it again, just mute them.
Oh, you like that? Mm. Yeah.
Nice bottle of water.
Yeah. Mm. The thin plastic.
Cheap plastic. Are we ready to start?
We haven't even started yet. And we've been live.
I'm already live.
Yeah, we've been live for 14 minutes.
Okay. Well,
God damn it! I'm going to ban someone from this Discord. I'm not even joking.
I have my mouse over exit to main menu. Don't make me click it. I could use the nap. On a related note, did you know that Nestle has 12 steps of quality for their bottled water?
Nestle is also an absolute shitty company that deserves to die.
Yeah, probably.
It's a big company, so...
No, not probably. They do. They've done shit like freaking sabotage pregnant women in Africa.
Huh.
They
Can we play the game?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yeah, on the subject of Nestle. They hire fake nurses to teach African women that their form.
Did you really do that, Cloud? Did you really cause him to do that?
Yeah, I just want to play the damn game.
I don't even know what we did.
Cloud,
I was talking. I wasn't even crunching.
He was trying to start the damn session.
now I don't think we're gonna have a game.
Okay,
Okay, can we...
let's just start all this over. Hi, guys. How you doing today? I haven't been on Discord at all today. Let me create the server right now and load the game up.
Connect. Let's try this again.
Yeah, this is the first time this has happened all day. I'm changing to black player the first time for the entire day. See, you can tell it's the first time today because the D4s are still here. There's been no cleanup since last session at all.
What is up with my tabletop recently? I'm always having to get through hit nat punch through attempt here. Nat punch attempt 3 before I even get in now.
It's TT Sim.
Hey, Phoenix. This is a custom-made RP homebrew thing that Deus made.
Yeah.
It is set in still unnamed world. It's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, it's a tabletop RPG.
Yes, and we don't use...
It's set in a world like magic and technology.
And that's why I say stupidity for when we actually have started.
I am capable of reading.
I was reading for those who weren't.
Yeah. Whatever. Let's play.
Alright, so you guys, last night, you were in the Black Diamond building, running from some assassins, and the building's on lockdown because ninjas, I mean, they are slippery sons of guns. You never know when they're into ductwork. They're like cockroaches. You really have to thoroughly check for these suckers. So the building's on lockdown.
Building's on lockdown.
You guys...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't want a Kirby ninja in your food storage.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Then we have food Kirby. Sorry, restaurant.
No. No, you have to kill a chef for that. Just sucking up food. That just gets rid of food. We need that food.
Every Kirby is food Kirby.
Someone wants to name the world. Someone in Mojo's chat wants to name the world. Should we say they could if they donated enough?
I'm taking suggestions, I'll say that.
Donations will totally improve the odds of your suggestion winning, though.
Maybe. So you guys are just sitting around sort of in the lobby area that's been secured.
With Ava here?
Yeah, well, she was on the roof and she came down.
Oh yeah, she was with the other party, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the other party is in this building somewhere too.
They are in a separate location that is not yet secured. They're doing it one floor at a time, and she happened to come in earlier than they did, so she got through the security checks much quicker.
Yes, Deus made up the rules for this game. Basically, it's pretty freeform. There's no sets. guidelines for making characters. You just have to run by him and okay.
I find I don't believe in archetypes and classes as much as a lot of other rule sets do.
You want to make? I have a lunatic, crazy wolfman archer, and we have a weird time-traveling, dimension-hopping person from another dimension. We have a paladin.
Another person from another dimension.
Another person from another dimension. The other party has a dragon lady.
A dragon.
An assassin.
Marshal. An assassin. And a hammer.
Yeah, and Spaceballs, the reference.
It will be a...
Oh, and
I think...
Puke and a Winnebago.
Oh yeah. And Marshall, paladin with a grappling hook.
I think Deus is planning on or writing up an official-ish type of rules thing eventually.
Yeah, I'm going to write something down soon. Probably after we're finished with the main story here, when we take a break. And that's almost more for the players, just so they can have an idea of where I'm going with this. And it's all still up in the air. I mean, I'm not publishing anything. It's just, something I'm doing. But yeah, you guys are here sitting, just basically being bored in the lobby while they are securing the many, many floors of the
my character's probably
building.
just resting her head on the table, just trying to sleep.
Oh yeah, everybody's sleepy. Everybody's a little sleepy. You guys have had a long, long night.
Well, if
I'm
it's the
probably
night, then Treble and Twill are already asleep because narcolepsy.
I'm probably
You've been
attempting.
exposed to it. You might not have caught it yet, but you've been exposed to it.
My character's just. Well, he's sitting around. He's probably attempting to make ice sculptures and stuff.
Yeah, you guys try to sleep, but the little girl is kind of a chatterbox and just keeps asking questions and talking. So sleep doesn't work as well as you would have hoped.
Even for the two with narcolepsy?
Yeah.
Narcolepsy doesn't make you fall asleep harder. It makes you fall asleep randomly.
Yeah, this is not that. It is not random.
So she has anti-narcolepsy voices. Got it. We should mark that on her character sheet.
She doesn't even have a sheet. She's got a little index card. It doesn't have any abilities at all on it. It's got some vague guidelines and some numbers.
Does it have the rule can go Super Saiyan 3?
No. I'm not a Dragon Ball fan.
I was more referring to that picture you put in the channel.
Oh, yeah. I just not use that ever. That's not even honor token.
Oh my gosh, she's got red color edit on the other side.
Yeah.
Nice.
She was
She has two
originally red.
outfits.
Yep. Apologies to colorblind people.
She has a Goron tunic.
Yeah, she was originally red. That's her sprite, as it originally was in the when we first saw her in the tower.
Yep.
When you blew up a cat in front of her, your other character.
We
Anyway.
didn't blow it
Yeah.
up.
You shot it and killed it.
and
Whatever.
deactivated it.
Yeah, so she's
No
just
robot
sort of
cats
being a
were
chatterbox.
no cats were Michael Bay'd while we were in Gravity Tower.
That's true, there was no explosion. It was damaged severely.
Besides, that was a few times ago, not recently.
Yeah. And
Last time we just had a fucking giant monster in there.
Flit, however, manages to sleep through it. She's in Twill's pocket. She's just so hurt and tired.
I consume the fairy into my pocket.
Yeah, she is now inventory. She is now inventory item.
Got it.
I was more using that to mention that, Mark, that she's in my...
Flit.
Yeah.
I have marked
She
the team
occasionally
inventory that we
becomes an inventory item.
like Dad.
Yeah. If it
Right.
Tabletop
Right.
Simulator is a tool you could use to play tabletop RPGs or anything. You could play Connect 4 on here. You could play.
Yeah, Connect 4
Whatever.
is not very well.
It's terrible, but you can.
You can. You can't do it well, but you can do it.
You can play Monopoly. You could play
Reversing.
Settlers of Catan. You could play Cards Against Humanity.
Chess.
It is
That Battle Network card game that we gave ourselves emotional trauma trying to count cards.
it's just a virtual table.
Yeah.
It's a physics engine.
It's a physics engine.
Like
It's
Skyrim.
a physics engine. Or Gmod.
It is, yeah.
It's literally Gmod for tabletop stuff.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, so you guys are just sitting around chit-chatting. Or
Just mumbling about my dog.
awkwardly
So-
staring at each other.
So, Treble, where has your sanity gone?
What do you mean? I'm fine.
No, you're not.
I miss Rush.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
You're not gonna help me find Rush?
I'll help, but I'm not finding your sanity for you.
I'm fine.
You just keep telling yourself that, okay.
Mr. Treple? I'm sorry you lost your bathtub.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the bathtub was
I'll
fun.
get that. I know where the bathtub's at. So, like, I could get it. Like,
Yeah, no, you know they're probably going to throw that in the dump, right?
it'll be a recurring thing. I'm willing to bet the fans love the addition of a bathtub to their wrestling show. You know, before the ninjas came in and killed a guy.
Are you going to be a wrestler more?
What was that?
Are you going to wrestle more?
I don't know. First priority. First priority, find my dog. Next priority, get a refund for that defective monkey. Then we'll figure out what I'm doing.
I don't think it's defective. I think it's it's sentient.
It was supposed to be my pet. Not just run around and do drugs until it's gone.
Did you
Are
make
you
sure
sure
to
you read the
calibrate it
contract?
correctly?
Are you sure you read the contract?
Contract?
I
Of
don't.
course you got a contract.
I don't think you should feed a pet drugs, even if it's a robot.
I think the pet fed itself the drugs.
Yeah, like I said, defective.
Don't let your pets rummage around in the trash.
Okay.
It didn't. I know that much. It was too busy. I was too busy suggesting you go off and have drugs.
I did wake up next to a dumpster.
That you did in a bathtub.
That's what that smell was.
Yeah,
Is it any surprise with this man? He's gone insane.
I'm fine.
Bryn, diagnosis: is he insane?
Treble definitely thinks he's normal. He thinks he's normal. He doesn't recognize anything
He's
strange.
definitely insane.
Got it. Ikaru,
Yeah.
you barely know this guy. Your thoughts on his insanity?
You know you're talking to someone who's travelled dimensions before. My definition of someone
Yes.
who's quite frankly completely lost it, and your definition of someone who's quite frankly completely lost it.
I don't
are
give a
pretty
shit.
Different. But I think
don't
he's
give a
quite
shit. I wanna
frankly
hear.
completely lost it.
I'm fine.
Glad for the confirmation.
See, he's
Shut up,
barking.
dog.
He's fine.
I walk away. I sit over here.
Shut up, Rush.
Oh, maybe he's not okay. Oh,
I haven't hurt anyone. I'm fine. In fact, I helped save at least like a dozen wrestlers. That one died, sure, but you know the rest of them I helped save. I haven't done anything bad.
that was really sad. I didn't see that. I was trying to get Mr. Marshall's shield.
Oh yeah, you got my bow. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I'm probably just
So-
examining my sword to wonder why it's not working.
So, Ikaru, you ready to give up on saying that thing's magical because it's not? I've barely been here, and I know that you can't just directly enchant steel like that,
It's not
Or any-
steel.
or any kind of metal.
Eh. Probably must work. Stuff must work differently in this world than they do in most worlds I visit.
Hell, Bryn, take out your fancy new sword.
Okay. Pull it out.
It's got an enchantment. It's got an enchantment set on that nice gem in the center. No clue what it's made of, but it's actually it's probably some kind of organic gem.
That's black amber.
Amber. Yeah, amber's organic enough to make sense.
I missed one shot with an arrow. The only shot I took before I was dragged out of there by the paladin, or you and Marshall were like, let's run away! I got to shoot one arrow that I missed.
You hit all the chairs, though.
I did.
All the chairs with one arrow.
You hit. I love when you threw that chair at the assassin before they cut the feet and tell him TV feed.
Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious. It's just like, give us the rings, bonk. Like, out of right field, bonk. A chair to the head.
Pushed all the the announcers out of the way. Move it! I need the chairs.
Out of character, what were the assassins after again?
They're Air's rings. Airham's rings, and possibly Zakira.
Okay.
That is a nice sword, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh. We found it on our last mission, so to speak.
Oh, the Baron and the bitch, as I recall clips keeps mentioning.
Yes. And the demon portal.
Oh yeah, that bit as well.
Yeah.
Which also means we still need to discuss a way to deal with that thing safely.
If it weren't for the fact that getting something out there would probably be fucking hell, I'd say bomb the place to the ground.
Yeah, I agree totally with that.
Bomb
From what I
the place
learned about demon portals, you have to activate it on one side, and if there's nothing on that one side to activate it...
I was thinking more like bomb the place to the ground, then send a ground squad in to secure and neutralize the portal once everything's bombed to death.
Yeah.
Well, bombing will cause destruction of the city, and it'd be best to probably keep it intact in order to, once we do close the portal, allow people to move back in.
It's a small fishing village and an already ruined mansion.
It's important to some of the people who did make it out.
True, but I don't think that I think that the safety of all is more important than a few keepsakes.
Yeah.
As much as I don't want to have to hurt their things, I'd rather safety over a couple of keepsakes. Plus, explosives just work well. There's very little things that can completely and utterly negate kinetic energy.
That's true, but you have to remember they have flyers that can approach airship heights.
That's why I said it'd be fucking hell to get bombing done. Because they've inevitably got flyers that'll get in the way if we try.
If only I had access to... If only I could contact HQ, probably send in one of the 6 Guardians. Those things could probably take out most stuff. Hell, even I can't take out the Guardians on my own.
Out of character, has she mentioned about how the magic is really rare in her world and has been drained out?
Yes.
Okay, then my character's going to say, from what it sounds like, they probably invade this place as soon as they learn that we use magic crystals as well as
and I think that's kind of half her objective, is to find a place to recolonize.
Well, no, actually, what was going to happen is they're going to try and sacrifice that world to try and bring magic back to hers, which...
Potato.
Yeah. She's not exactly too happy with.
If you're not happy with it, why are you working with them? You're the dimensional traveler.
Character.
Oh, okay.
Well, the point still stands, but...
Yeah.
I guess they'd either try and colonize either invasively or integrationally, or they plan to try and do some kind of, oh fucking god, they might already have us. And Breen, you remember that weird force where we were trying to summon, right? felt
Yeah.
like
I do remember that.
what if that's extra planar?
Be interesting. I don't know much about this kind of about.
I don't know the fabric of reality well enough to actually have any clue about this. I'm just one guy who's got an active mind on
I'm
this.
not too interested in the fabric of reality. I could tell you about the dimensional gap, the space between dimensions, but
Oh, quick question: why did your entry all fail and crap?
I don't know. Something was generating more force than there should have been in transport.
Well, so you went beyond top speed and effectively tore yourself apart.
Almost, yes.
Surprised you didn't have a run-in with whatever's up in the sky, taking everything down.
Maybe she did. Maybe it tore out the fabric of reality itself to get her.
Maybe.
From what I've noticed, the dimensional gap is pretty safe from most stuff.
She's right. From what I've studied, it seems to be very, very inert.
When you're literally,
Which is why I'm able to. Which is why I tend to be moving at almost 10 times the speed equivalent of light.
Wait.
well then,
What do you know about this kind of stuff?
She looks around before she continues. She looks over her shoulders to make sure the Black Diamond personnel. I studied under Master Tyan Seal. She undoes some of her hair and changes her costume a bit, and you recognize her. You lived with her for almost a year in the tower.
Oh yeah.
Hey. Okay,
remember
never mind. Sorry.
I remember seeing you at the tower before. Yeah.
No, my name is Ava. We've never met before, sir. She leans over and gives you one of those really big child winks that's way too obvious.
Yo.
It was already established in the session I went over with Grey White and I recognized them, right?
Yeah.
I recognized her, yeah.
Yeah. You had questions, but did not have answers.
I just kind of left it. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, you were more preoccupied at the time with, looking for your dog and then wrestling.
Where's my dog?
Where's my
the edge off
dog?
the web cap.
Where's my dog? Where's my monkey?
Have you seen my monkey?
Yeah. Hey, wait.
I just wander around looking around.
If you've got some kind of knowledge about magic, what do you know about summoning in particular?
I mean, I'm not much of a summoner, but I do know the theories quite extensively.
Do you know anything that could explain how someone would get pulled from another dimension by a miscast summoning spell or some such?
Well...
And not sent back when it was done?
A summon would theoretically go through the dimensional void. I suppose if the trajectory is crossed, maybe somehow the force is misaligned. Perhaps it was a matter of momentum, where one object got twice the force and the other stopped in the dimensional gap. There are several possibilities.
That would imply something sent me in the first place for me to get caught up in this mess. What? Who could I have pissed off and who would actually have any legitimate reason to know some kind of magic in my at least publicly, I have no clue about if there's any actual magic. But publicly, it's magically devoid.
Yeah, I think I remember visiting a place like that.
I have no doubt you have. I have no doubt you have. It's the multiverse. There's infinite possibilities. For all I know, you visited a world where I was Spanish.
Out of character.
That's
where I know you from.
You'll hear trouble holler from across the way. What? You're not Spanish?
No.
Out of character. Wait, that's where I know you from? Okay, back to reality. No, not really. There was that one time where everyone was a wrestler, and I had to...
American wrestler, Spanish wrestler, or sumo wrestler?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Got it.
I'm guessing
Spanish
sumo.
wrestlers.
The
I'm guessing-
little girl lowers her eyebrows, leans close to you. Probably mud wrestlers.
Oh, that's a possibility.
Not a fun universe, not a fun dimension to be in. Especially when you have to do some of it to actually be able to get the permit to get the fuck out.
Why do you need a permit when you have a fuck off, I'm just going
They
through dimension
confiscated
spaceship?
it.
Fair enough. Why did you not shoot them in the face with your lasers?
Because this was before I had that.
Why did you not invent lasers beforehand?
No, we did. Just there wasn't a reason to necessarily carry it around
You're
at all times.
You're traveling the multiverse. Every place should be assumed to be hostile territory.
You have a point.
How have you survived this long without these basic assumptions?
Because punching stuff?
Do these guys say anything about me just wandering around?
Not really. They're just doing checks. Or the tablets, like doing checkups on the different floors. This director girl with the sword is giving orders to the different units on the different floors. All the computers are on lockdown. They have really nice, huge, cushy chairs.
That sword looks a bit too fancy for my character to like.
I mean, this was before we actually discovered a way to harvest Absurdium from depleted mana mines.
What is Absurdium, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay, so...
Well, it's obviously some kind of metal.
So
That is apparently very absurd.
In my world, around when I was young, civilization kind of crashed because we used too much mana. We found that in some of the very few mines that still had power, that still had mana crystals, there was this weird material that we were getting readings from.
Could it be some kind of antimatter?
Nah, because it turned out to be very almost equivalent to metals, pretty much.
I'm talking more like an anti-mana of sorts.
Yeah, it reacted actually very interestingly to mana. It was pretty much charged by it. I mean, some of this stuff was... my character wouldn't have a picture of it because communicators busted. Wouldn't have a picture of it. But we used to see it floating in air, just glowing with the blue you saw my sword usually glowing.
Usually. Actually,
And Mojo's apparently asleep.
Oh yeah, but he finally found a way away from the chatterbox little girl in a nice one of these giant cushy chairs. Yeah.
Actually, can I take your sword for half a moment?
Yeah, I hand twirl the sword I mainly use, not the one I don't use.
I would love a chance to inspect it if you don't mind, miss.
Yeah, sure.
I take it. My hand slams into the table because dense and heavy as hell, and I use element edge wind to try and momentarily charge it.
It charges momentarily the way your old swords did, but nothing special.
The thing is, it turns out when we were able to harvest it, there was a material that was extremely strong. Only downside, it's denser than lead.
I slide it over to Ava like, well, my experiment didn't work. My thing just did what it normally does.
She examines it.
Should I offer to help her hold it up if she needs to?
No, she's just casting some sort of spell to examine it. I wish I could get this in a lab to examine it under a microscope or get a small sample.
You have two swords.
Could I check if I see if I have a lump of absurdium in my pocket?
Why would you have a lump of heavy, dense metal in your pocket? I think logic prevails on the no on that one.
I'm sorry, you are not the dimensional traveler with pocket junk. You definitely don't have a small lump of absurdium.
Maybe Will has a small lump of in his pocket junk.
I think I ran out my pocket jump ages ago. Oh wait, I still have to make that roll for do I have a laser pointer?
Oh, way too late. It's gonna be sad when I say yes.
It is.
Does this have a coating on the outer surface?
Huh?
9. I think I have a laser pointer.
What did you say?
You have a laser pointer, but the batteries are dead.
In this universe, there are no batteries or watch batteries.
There are.
I don't
none.
use. Yeah, but my phone's still working, so.
Everything uses double M batteries.
Double M.
Yeah.
Magic. The crystals.
Yeah. MM. And then there's the MMM variant.
Does this sort of have a coating or a treatment to the outer surface?
No. Not that I know of. Then again, I did get them custom made. About 700 years ago?
Maybe they've just sort of. Maybe they had some kind of oil coating, maybe?
It's possible.
Organic.
I
mean, it's a
do
sword.
take very good
You
care of
oil
my
swords.
I do
You oil
take-
swords.
Yeah. I do take very good care of my weapons. Well, my stuff at least.
Would you be upset if I tried to get a small sample?
I pull out the other sword. If you want to get a sample, you probably want to use that one. That one's not been used as much.
Thank you very much.
Sliding the other sword over.
She takes a small tool and a small envelope and scrapes off the tiniest bit of metal. I think it damaged my tool more than I got a sample, but I think I got a little bit. Thank you.
No problem. From what I could tell, so far I've never actually run into a material similar to it, even though I've been traveling as long as I have.
I'm impressed it's not radioactive.
That's not what Whetstone said.
Well, it's heavy density, so you would think with that many particles it would be radioactive.
I just like the fact that this is a sword we've used for. These are swords she's used for 700 years.
Maybe that's actually it. Maybe the radioactivity it revealed itself because the radioactivity finally died out. Maybe the radioactivity was what created your guys' mana crystals.
Possible.
It was radioactive. At some point, it probably hit its half-life, and that's when your guys probably hit the down slope because some of it was dying out, rest of not quite as effective, and probably just recently died.
When it all happened, I was 9.
Yeah, no, and you say it's been like 700 years from then, and
700 years since
multiple.
Since I had those swords made, which wasn't too long after we were actually able to extract the material and actually be able to refine it into such a way.
What caused this disaster?
We overused magic and civilization completely collapsed around us.
Because you guys ran out of magic and like everything was just like ground to a halt.
Pretty much.
Ran out of magic?
The entire whole world society pretty much just fell apart
Crumpled.
overnight.
It just sort of crumpled into itself with all the gears breaking.
Pretty much. The leaders of the order just completely vanished, almost as if they were never there. Almost as if they just jumped the wagon.
Your magic ran out.
Yeah,
two
magic
possibilities
ran
are
out,
possible.
and pretty much everything was left to the sanctum.
I see two possibilities. Those leaders of yours might actually be some kind of technological ghost, like an AI based on the originals, which would explain why they vanished right as Anna died out. Or they really did jump ship and they had dimensional travel.
I don't know. They were found dead 3 years later. Yeah.
That puts a nail in both of those choices, though it's not confirmative yet. I mean,
I know. I was the one who killed them. We found.
Okay, that does.
I found them 3 years into working at Team Crimson with weren't too happy when we arrested them and pretty much charged them for desertion of the world order under Sanctum laws.
Yeah, multinational negligence sort of earns you a lot of ire.
Yes, especially with Sanctum.
Hey, let me guess, totalitarian?
No, Sanctum is pretty much supposed to be the backup to, everything.
I'm talking more government.
Yeah. Nah, not really. We have democracy. It's just under the wall.
Do not remind me of democracy.
Okay.
Democracy did not do well for my world recently. Just no.
That's why we have the new world order. Oh right, I'm member of the New World Order, the Sanctum, and Crimson at the same time.
Good luck with all those affiliations.
Oh no. So to explain this, when Sanctum created Team Crimson,
I'm making ice sculptures.
So Sanctum created Team Crimson
Fair
after
enough.
the collapse.
You're effectively just the FBI or the CIA of your government. Though you have no clue what that term means.
Crimson were the greatest minds of our time. At the age of 6, I kind of sent our house cat a day forward into the future.
You too?
I just pulled up my hands for both of them on a high five, like, well then, I suppose you two have something in common.
Yeah.
Kitty.
After we pretty much stuff got out that I'd been able to create small controlled time rifts.
Time rifts are always interesting.
Yeah.
I have never met one. I just know, like, you read enough sci-fi, you come to conclusions that time rifts are never a good thing on their own.
Yeah. The cat was more surprised than anyone else. Being sent a day forward into the future and thinking it was
everyone else just sees it goes poof.
Yeah.
He has to deal with literally being displaced into the future. Everyone else is then just amazed when he comes out unpoof.
Yeah.
This place is not so bad. I teleport all the time.
Yes, but this was people had been theorizing on time rifts for a long time. I'd been
Also, it's a
studying.
cat.
Yeah.
Also, it's a cat.
I was the
It's a
first
cat, let's
person
just
to
be
actually
honest.
send a living object through time. Which was what got me drafted into. Which was what pretty much drafted me into Team Crimson when Crimson was formed.
Admittedly, forward time travel isn't too hard hypothetically. You just need a means of chronostasis for it to pop out in the desired time period.
Yeah.
Sending things back in time would be the real challenge.
That's not that hard.
I'm talking from a scientific position, not without magic.
Oh no, without magic, yeah.
When the first order of Team Crimson were created, which was the greatest minds at the point of the collapse, we were all drafted as Sanctum members. And how Sanctum rules work: the longer you're in Sanctum, the higher your standing is. You could imagine my standing now in Sanctum is I'm actually the highest ranking member there.
How much time has passed in the game?
Senior.
couple of hours. It's almost early morning. They're almost
Seniority.
done with the...
Definitely long enough to make the ice sculpture I was making.
Yeah.
Yeah, seniority is as seniority is.
Yeah.
Uh,
Around the 20th order of team comes in, because whenever we were running low on people, pretty much we just drafted in the new great minds at that time and just called it the second order, then the third order. We just...
was it forced, or could people say no?
Pretty much everyone thought of it as an honor.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess it hits the point where the people who say no are like, well, I guess you guys don't care enough to be worth it.
Yeah.
But
we got civilization back to a point where we needed a new order. We weren't. Sanctum actually, the other members of Sanctum actually gave us missive to basically create the new world order, and
Yeah.
we
I
needed
imagine,
several
I
founding
imagine
members.
that I imagine the first order was probably first thinking, how can we set things straight?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then it didn't work.
It did. We were able to.
Well,
get
no,
the
set
main...
things straight as in bring back matter.
Yeah, we haven't been able to.
That did not work.
Yeah, we managed to colonize more of a.
You guys probably got electrical systems back up and running.
We got managed to build a society revolving around technology and everything. When we needed to create the new world, when we created the new world order was created, we needed several people. We had a couple people from Sanctum, some people from Crimson, including me.
I hope for the love of your world that it was not a technocracy. Also, how long were you guys stuck with steam power? Steam power is a classic step in the energy.
2 weeks.
Impressive. You guys must have had a lot of non-magical technology to be able to reference to get through the early stages that quickly.
Yeah, a lot of us were at. Some of us already knew that something was going to happen with the mana, specifically those attuned to the mana deposits.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us were working on stuff non-related to.
Plus, I imagine there were people who just did not want to deal with the possibly inconsistent energy levels.
Yeah.
Alternative power sources for the win. Though now you guys are probably stuck with the new issue. If you guys are working with fossil fuels, be prepared for those to run out.
Oh, we already know using technology is much less efficient than using magic.
Also, be prepared for possibilities of global warming.
I have a question.
Yeah?
You said you were used to using magic when you were younger.
Yeah?
Why can't you use it here? You seem to have access, but you're not casting any spells.
Well, from what we saw, she's just not used to it in so long, and what little she has is very forced. Which ends up resulting in her pretty much farting in her own face.
Here, give me your hand.
I hold out
I
my
might be able to help.
She seems to have gotten it down nowish.
She takes your hand. She asks you to close your eyes. So give me a roll.
2 dice?
Yeah.
A barrel roll?
No, an airline roll.
9.
Aileron roll.
Nice. Yeah, you sort of enter a brief meditative state, and the mana here is more fluid than you're used to. You're used to having to struggle for it, and in this world, it's almost...
We already covered that back during the assassin attack.
Yeah. It's going through you much more fluidly. You're used to pulling it out and not it shoving itself through you and out, just organically. You sort of feel like a stream of water, and you get a brief glimpse of her power. It's like an entire ocean.
That was certainly something.
I'm guessing from what we picked up, you're not used to have as organic a flow as this. I start juggling. I flick a fire on my thumb and then sort of form it into a ball and start juggling it.
Can we have a roll to see if he fumbles?
Yes.
Don't burn down the building we're hiding out in.
It's metal. It's fine. 8.
Yeah. You almost fumble a little bit, but you sort of catch it on the back of your hand, roll it around a little bit. Make it look slick.
And when I'm done, I just sort of crush it and poof.
Yeah, you fumble a bit, but you make it look slick when you recover.
I mean, there are still individuals who can use magic in my world.
Yeah.
But
I imagine they're mainly working off of their own spiritual power or what little ambient is left in the air.
I'm guessing if he had critically failed, he would have gone and hit my ice sculpture.
No, if he would have critically failed, he would have probably burnt off his eyebrows. That would have been a lot funnier. That would have been a lot funnier.
The individuals we found who can use magic either tend to usually stick to very small villages, very far off.
They're probably sitting on either the few minor veins of mana crystal that are still untapped somehow, or possibly they're either running on their own spiritual power or what little ambient is left in the air, or maybe they're tapping transdimensionally.
It could be possible. I mean, I'm not putting anything beside anything. I mean, there's no reason we chalked up the reason I can still use magic is because of the fact that I'm one of the few people left who was born before the crash.
Classic. It's just sort of ingrained into your body.
Yeah.
Well, you're much better at magic now. You've really developed over the last few weeks.
I've noticed, and it's kind of scary. I think it probably has something to do with my weird status as a maybe summon, maybe something, probably an energy being nature thing.
Given new evidence, maybe you're not a summon. Maybe you've just got summon energy clinging to you. I'm not really sure.
I definitely have weird properties around energy. Like sometimes I'll see myself miss and then not, and then see I've actually struck a blow. And oftentimes after that, I notice after the battle I have lacking in funds. And well, I don't want to demonstrate it again after the possible hilarity that was the last demonstration, but I generate chump change when I beat people up. When I say chump change, I mean literal chump change. I give Bryn a knowing look as I lean back.
Wait, did you generate money during your spar with them?
Yes. No. Wait.
Yes. Yes, we ended up marking it down, but I was more referring to the punching his tooth out.
Yeah.
I suspect your magical adept ability is more tied to what types of magic come natural to you.
Forgive me if I'm paying less attention. I'm just going to check how badly damaged my transporter is. I pull out the dimensional transporter.
May I? I'd love to take a look at it.
Sure, go ahead.
She's fiddling with that now.
I slide it across the desk.
She's fiddling at it, asking what certain parts do.
I slide the sword back to her because we never really gave it back.
The sword.
Sword, you gave us only one, remember?
No, they gave the other one. She gave the other one for taking a sample of.
Oh, right. And
so long. We'll be ready to clear out in an hour or so. Only one floor left, and then a final sweep.
Cool.
Have you found anything interesting?
Thankfully, no. Interesting would be bad at this point.
Probably. More fucking ninjas.
Thanks for the status update.
We don't want more fucking ninjas. And I hope you don't have any stuck in your air ducts.
No, we've been triple checking. She is, but you could probably wake her up now. She's had a nap.
I'll wait.
I like that. Yeah, we've been triple checking the ducks.
They're ninjas. Why wouldn't you?
I know, but like, I just find that funny.
Yeah, she's over here.
Just sort of groaning about, yep, ninjas are ninjas.
What does this component do?
I just explained what that component does. I don't know what component they're talking about exactly.
Yeah. We're
just
making
sort
up
of talking about the parts.
I just sort of looked there blank-faced at the technobabble. I just sort of looked there blank-faced at the technobabble.
Bryn, what was your ice sculpture of?
It's on the card, actually. It's on the ice wall right now.
Oh.
It's just really small sculpture of just family and friends from the Thieves Guild that died during the incident.
That's really nice.
It's something he does. It's like, I'm thinking it'd be a therapeutic kind of thing he does. You know?
Yeah.
I respelled sculpture to be right.
I don't even see
Thank you.
what you guys are talking about. I don't see any ice thing anymore.
The ice wall on top of my sword. I moved it to my inventory.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
But probably during the next battle, I'll get rid of it because I'll just make another one later. You know?
It's small enough. I figure you could. It's small enough. I figure you could maintain it even with your ice walls.
Or just might take one off. I was thinking of the number. Sure.
The girl hands you back your dimensional transporter. She points to one thing. She says, "That is not going to work."
Yeah, I know. It was it was pretty much broken on re-entry. I'm going to need to find new parts for it.
No, I mean, it's just not going to work. It relies on something that doesn't work. I'm not sure what the actual mechanism for it is, but I don't think the physics work here. We're going to have to find a complete new replacement for that component here.
Might I suggest something that does work?
Is the answer going to be magic?
Of course.
Well, that would be the easiest solution, but if you wanted to have it running between the void, you might want to rely on some other technology.
Mm.
But that's not stable. That'll blow up.
It did. Don't we already know that?
It's
Tell me
overheated.
It will blow up.
I am no technician, so I sadly don't know anything about this thing. It looks cool, though.
Thanks.
Actually, DSJ, give me a roll.
Who?
Yeah,
Me.
you. DSJ.
Oh, DSJ. Well, still, there. You need 2 dice.
Yeah, when you look at this girl, like, asking questions, looking over your stuff, actually giving intelligent responses, it's like looking at yourself when you were young.
And then there's me, looking like the acknowledging I'm an idiot I am. Like, I just sort of like, I know might seem annoying mentioning I don't understand this crap repeatedly, but I'd rather acknowledge I'm stupid and then try and improve it than to assume I know that you're being stupid to me, like a lot of people do with tech support.
So does anyone have any written scriptures from this world?
I do.
Is it possible I can look at them?
I have written word from this world. I'll hand over my children's reading books.
There you go.
Didn't you give those as well? Didn't you give those as well?
Oh yeah.
No, I hand over the biography because we kept it because I don't think Cerelia would have kept it around with her sis.
Probably. I don't think Cerelia cared. Probably
That as well. I just sort of hand over the biography, autobiography by you know that cat girl from earlier? Her sis, sort of. We're really confused on the subject still, I think.
Little girl hands over a textbook on advanced physics and also a trashy romance novel.
I assume the trashy romance novel is a love story equivalent to Twilight.
No, not
that trashy. Not that trashy.
Still a better love story than Twilight.
Yep. Oh no, that's its name. That's the book's name.
A better love story than Twilight.
Obviously, I assume it's written in the common language for this world, so I'm attempting to. I'm pretty much just running it through my thing.
You're attempting to transliterate it.
Yeah.
Like I said, those books
still a better
will
love
help.
story than Twilight. That sounds interesting.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good, but sometimes the grammar's a little off. It's like when you get a fairly good Google Translate.
Classic.
It's like a fairly good Google Translate. A lot of it's really spot on, and in some parts,
Yeah, but
the grammar's
she
way
pretty
off.
much just needs to learn the alphabet pretty much from it, the stuff, which she'd probably get pretty quickly.
Probably have to roll for it multiple times.
Yes, you have to get all the Albred primers for that. I'm sorry. Yes.
Fun. I'll probably get into reading through these at when I have time, so I can understand the language here a bit better, the written language at least. I mean, from what I can tell, spoken language is very similar in most dimensions.
Yeah, it's weird, especially considering the hell that is English to actually do if you look over it.
Oh, the languages aren't similar at all. That was a worldwide enchantment cast 348 years ago.
There are a lot of similarities.
Oh, I was still
between
alive.
languages, though.
Oh, I was only 2,000 and something years old at that point.
How
wait, what?
sentences are structured and stuff are quite different.
300.
All sentences have verbs, nouns, stuff
was
like
it,
that.
What was it? 378 years ago,
consonants.
wasn't it, Dace?
Insane Dogman, why are you giving me a grammar lecture?
So, Dace, you said 378 years ago, right?
348.
Yeah, my character would have been 2028. At
Yeah,
that point.
no, well, 1,928 actually,
No.
because
She's
it's over 300.
she's 2,376.
Okay. Sorry.
You don't look a day over 2,000.
Thanks. Yeah, that my whole age is due to weirdness between traveling dimensions and time and everything.
Trumbull privately doubts it. He is a young multiverse theorist as well as a flat Earth theorist. He thinks the entire multiverse is only 600 years old.
Oh,
Great,
we found that out as
you're-
well. The dimensional gap is only 600 years old. Just time flows differently there.
God damn it, stop confirming his theories.
See?
No, I'm only pulling your leg. It's actually 14,000 years old.
Well, year is a stretch when there's no measure of time, but yes, it's newer.
Nah. You'll see.
I mean, there's always the possibility that we're all living in a time loop that
that
has
would be
different
fun.
duration.
That would make the next set of sessions interesting.
Oh man.
Time
we have
like
a Groundhog Day
like
session?
when the Warriors of Light activated the Black Crystal in the Chaos Shrine in Cornelia? Or was it Cornelia?
No, it's not Cornelia, it's the Chaos Shrine nearby.
Yeah, it's still part of the Kingdom of Cornelia.
Someday, like maybe not this campaign or whatever, but we need a Groundhog's Day session where we just do the same scenario multiple times until we get it right.
I would find that amusing. We can do that.
Hopefully, it wouldn't get boring after a while. You know.
Oh, it absolutely would. But that's the point of Groundhog Day.
That's exactly the point.
anyone who's seen Haruhi Suzumiya all the way through knows of the like 6 episodes of a Groundhog Day scenario. No, they seriously did 6 episodes of a Groundhog Day.
600 episodes would be.
Putting him in over the top. No.
That's dedication, though. I'd applaud them. If they can do 600 different scenarios. Like,
No, do the same scenario 600 times.
yeah.
Well, 600 different versions of the same scenario.
600 variations of the same scenario.
But no, seriously, they did 6 full episodes of a short Groundhog Day scenario. And it was hilarious, just because, like, it was hilarious, but it was also incredibly tedious after about the 2nd episode. For, being Groundhog Day.
Yeah,
Some of my chat is like, don't
repetition
bring
like
time
that.
into this. Is like, my character's a time and dimension traveling 2,376-year-old badass.
What were you saying, Dace?
I'll bring time into this.
Anytime you do repetition in a story, it has to get boring briefly before it draws you back in. It has to. That's the point of doing repetition. It has to do it enough, just barely to get boring, and then pull you back in.
It did it a bit too much, but like most people recommend like watching 3 out of the 6 episodes to just get the idea. Just 1, 2, and 6.
I really, my favorite take on the Groundhog's Day is the Stargate episode that deals
Also-
with it.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Also,
Anyone
Mojo,
remember
save
the
your
Star?
game.
Huh?
Also, PSA, Mojo, save your game.
Oh yeah, the Groundhog's Day episode in Stargate. Poor Teal'c, at the beginning of his loop is the exact second that someone opens a door and smashes him in the face. So every time it loops, like he goes back,
Bam.
and he can't stop in time. Bam! Right in the face of the door. And the other character who's caught in the loop with them at the beginning of every time of his session, another character is asking him, "So that's just how I feel. What are your thoughts on it?" And he has no idea what he's talking about.
Goddamn.
They play golf through the Stargate. It's like,
I remember that at
on one of the
point.
loops when they're like, wait, there's no repercussions. We can do whatever we want.
Let's play some golf.
Yeah.
Do
That's
you guys
gotta be a record.
anyone remember?
Light years.
Anyone remember the one for Star Trek where they kept trying to tractor beam a ship to save it? Thinking that
really good one.
thinking that
episode.
tractor beaming the ship would save them from the loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some supreme irony in thinking that the way to save yourself from the loop is the exact thing that causes the loop.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to RPG.
Yeah. So, she went to talk to the people, and she said, "Well, I think I need to go upstairs again soon."
See your friends. Go on. Go ahead.
Marshall.
Good
Well,
luck.
the doors aren't open just yet.
When you see Marshall, tell him to message me with any news about my dog.
God damn it! Marshall has not seen your dog.
Hey, I know, but if he does,
Of course he would call you. No need to tell him.
Fuck our time. But time works perfectly fine in this game, in this thing. Alright, I still need to get some sort of communication device at some point.
We need to buy you a cell phone. That's the simple answer.
Out of
So-
character. And before when I buy the cell phone, a certain cat girl just texts me.
Definitely.
I was lucky enough to have my cell phone somehow start working. I have no clue why it still works or why it works at all.
My communicator was pretty much busted on re-entry.
Out of character, what if it's just that the Verizon has branches in this world?
Who the hell chooses Verizon?
I do because it's the only option we have here.
Fair enough. Also, I saw that.
Yeah, I know. I was about to bring it in.
what?
So, Mr. Jewel, would you like a magic lesson before I go? I think I still owe you one, don't I?
Sure. Why would you not?
She stretches out her hands, That makes the table all glowy.
Impressive. Also, wait a second. Is that Pokemon energies? No, it's not.
I take a slightly
The
cautious
purple ones
step
look
back.
suspiciously like psychic energy, though. From a
At
distance.
the
The one in
center,
the middle
you know.
looks like colorless.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's not.
No,
But I think this is the symbols for the 6 things.
Yeah, no, it was just my immediate thought was rainbowy icon in the center looks like colorless.
I sort of take a cautious step away from it.
I lean forward and like look at it like impressive. This is really rainbowy.
I used to meditate.
Nice.
So most people know about elements of magic. You know, fire, ice, wind.
I don't know exactly what I don't know exactly where you guys set the lines, but I get the idea.
I don't think there are lines. Once I saw a guy try to cast a cheese beam.
Oh, I remember.
Did it work?
We
That's what Trevor's response is going to be. Did it work?
It was a goat cheese beam. So yes and no.
I got
yeah,
that.
we had a guy turn.
The point of the matter is he got
Did it
cheese.
fire a goat?
No, goat cheese just melts.
We
At response to that, I attempt to make a flame and then make it into cheese.
Alright, give me a roll.
Come on, 2 6s.
seven.
Average.
You catch the cheese on fire.
But he did do it. He did conjure cheese.
Yes, you know how access to elemental
I step forward after hearing this whole thing about
That's
cheese.
kind of really helpful when we fight those lactose intolerant guys.
Well, we back at my place, we had this dog girl who was obsessed with pudding.
So you are making it the
Yeah.
universe.
Semi. I'm just like, oh, pudding. Pudding's
Yes.
fun. Pudding's
You'd
nice.
thi-
Pudding's tasty.
You'd think how.
What flavor?
I don't know. You'd see her running around. You'd think the world would end if there was no pudding.
Hopefully not soy sauce. Just,
Yeah.
No, soy sauce pudding is not fun. I don't even recall why, but someone made me try it once. Ugh.
Salt pudding.
I know, right?
Soy sauce is like 90% salt, man.
I know.
We had this cat who followed her around, threatening with soy sauce pudding. That
Oh,
cat
God,
also
no.
was a leader of a gang called Waruda.
Can we get off of the soy sauce pudding and get back to looking at the fancy magic circle?
Actually, could you try summoning a pudding ball?
Screw it, why not?
I like the blue one.
I like the. Can we have a roll for summoning a pudding ball, Piers?
Yes, we can have a roll for summoning a pudding ball.
You have to realize that Ava's probably getting pretty upset at this.
9.
That's gonna be a failure.
Aw.
Turns out pudding is harder to summon than cheese.
I just shrug.
Is any-
Maybe pudding is under the element milk.
The blue one is law.
Hmm.
Would that make the orange one chaos?
Yes, it would. Great observation. I knew you were natural at this.
It's opposites, and I'm just sort of trying to start. Is the let's see, what's the yellow one?
The yellow one is essence. Truth.
What about green?
What?
And purple. All red.
Green is life, and purple is corruption.
So red is death.
I'm sure that corruption's probably not exactly the most accurate word for it, but it's definitely not the most nice stuff ever.
I assume demons are corruption aligned.
I don't really know what demons are. I don't recall ever seeing one.
I assumed demons would come in all sorts of varieties.
You can
So,
can you tell what aspect people are aligned with?
And I'm assuming by that that red is death.
Red is entropy, yes. And yes, I can see people's auras. It comes with, the magic
Well,
stuff.
Get Rush back. Maybe you could check his.
And by that I look at this. I look at the center. So I'm assuming the center is something very simple and just like balance. I don't know. I don't know what word would be most accurate for such a state.
The center is the status of having all aspects. Most people don't have this naturally, and most people don't need to attain it.
Yeah. It's interesting that corruption isn't aligned with that law. That law is not anywhere near truth, but rather that truth is close to life and chaos. The truth of life, which also entropy is near freaking
Chaos and
both.
corruption.
Yeah. It's interesting thinking about the way these cross over, like in a Venn diagram. And of course, no one actually knows what a Venn diagram is.
My character
Tribbles.
would.
Well, you might,
I'm sure it would be part of our world too.
but it wouldn't be under that wording.
Yeah, it would be called something else.
Yeah.
Trouble is silently
Watching the
assured
rainbows.
that he is aligned with truth because he knows the truth about flat Earth. And the short
no, it's
lifespan of the
triangular.
multiverse. You could be flat and triangular at the same time.
The girl just said she could see your auras. She knows what your alignments are if you just ask her.
But he thinks he knows what his own is, but he doesn't bother.
Yeah.
What am I aligned with?
You try to hide your aura as well as you can. It's harder to see yours than most other people.
Well, I'm not sure if that's impressive or worrisome.
I've already revealed to them why I'm hiding it.
Yeah.
I can guess why you're that way, but it's interesting that you could. And I'm not sure if that's a good sign or something possibly worrisome. How about me? Because every little thing is probably some help to the puzzle of what the fuck's going on with me.
You're an interesting case. That's why I think you're a natural at magic. You have an interesting duality of corruption and essence. Normally, opposites
Purple and yellow?
shouldn't coexist, but you managed to harmonize.
Okay, let's see what mine is. I mean, there's no harm in it, right?
Life is essence and law. Corruption is law and entropy. Chaos is essence and entropy. I can actually see why they're ordered, set out in the way they are.
See, Karu, I see you as entropy and essence.
Interesting.
Essence and corruption. But I'm not just raw neutral. That's interesting. I mean, I wouldn't expect to be neutral. It's because just no, just because odds no. But it's interesting that I am that way.
What about our dog friend over there?
I already know what I am. Don't worry.
You must be really talented. Most people can't even connect to the aspects.
Actually, he's insane, so he probably just thinks he knows.
It's fine.
What is he? I want to know. I want to know.
I'd like to keep it to myself.
If he doesn't want me to tell, I suppose that's a private matter.
Okay. I think he's insane though, and doesn't actually know what isn't actually right.
Maybe? I don't know, because he hasn't told me what he thinks.
It's fine. It's fine. Pretty lights.
Oh, well, he is right about that. These are pretty lights.
Helps me wake up in the morning.
Okay.
I just sort of watching spinning this was zoomed in. Because it really is pretty light.
No, as in hold Alt over it and then.
And the spin, yeah.
That looks really cool.
I like this better. This is way better. Well, scratching. TJ Ava and the hizzy. Okay.
And we attacked a Mojo with it. Mojo, roll for damage.
Out of character, I can't recall what was her name listed as before she changed her name.
Move over her. Mouse over her.
She still got it.
Wait. Why is there a comma in Camilla?
Because she's an elf.
Her name is Camilla.
I think somebody who entered it must have put it comma. Yeah, comma instead of an apostrophe. I can fix that though. It's a pretty simple thing.
Camilla Gamuva.
There we go. I fixed it. It's an apostrophe now.
That's better. That actually makes sense rather than comma.
Yeah,
I think it's funnier than comma actually. Just
comma Milla.
comma. No, comma Milla. You have to pronounce the comma.
Camilla. Camilla.
It's like
it's like a black mother name. It's like a black mother name.
Yeah, she goes.
I thought that was Epiphany.
Ladasha.
Oh,
yeah, Ladasha.
Quay Station.
God.
Number 32 East Bus Station. That was an actual name in New Zealand until the government overruled it.
Quay Station.
There's a similar thing in China. Someone tried to name their kid the @ symbol. It was a road.
So I'm guessing that Bobby Tables' name would never be possible. With the entire flip table symbol from Discord basically in his name.
You know, I had another idea for a game mechanic for a character who's never allowed to stand still.
Oh, interesting.
And so, like, maybe he'd be really hard to hit, but
ridiculously fast.
When it's the enemy's turn, he actually occupies more than one space or something. So, like, the guy would be like in all three spaces at once, and the enemy can attack any space. He just has a higher evasion or something.
Interesting.
I don't know. Just a thought.
Excuse me. Doors are open. You're free to go.
Thank you for the status report. So
Awesome.
what do we do now? Should we go ahead somewhere
Find
to
my
get
dog?
some sleep?
I already slept.
Some of us haven't slept in 2
That's
days.
not my fault. You should have gone to bed.
That's your fault, yeah.
I'm like, hey, can I wake up Flit in your pocket?
I
Actually,
pulled her out, lightly shake her.
Yeah, who that? Who that? Oh.
Good morning, Flit. Lockdown's finally over.
Oh.
Sleep well.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you.
I think the
Does
first.
anyone have any coffee?
No, sadly.
Not here, but let me take a look around. I might find a coffee maker.
Lorenzo, give me some coffee. Yes, ma'am.
Or you could just yell at someone.
So our first order
Or
of
you
business
just yell
is to
at
check
someone.
the
Is he
apartment.
an intern? You better be paying him.
He's on the payroll. He just knows better.
Oh, okay. So now that you're awake,
My arm feels much better, by the way. Thank you all for asking.
Oh, I'm glad.
I was about to ask
how's
that
your
once
arm?
Crazy Man stopped talking. I was about to ask that once Crazy Man stopped talking.
I'm not crazy.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You are. We all know it.
You're the guys, the ones that are crazy.
And by denying your craziness, you're just proving more and more that you are crazy.
Sure. Whatever you say. So, about my dog.
Yes,
Yeah, we need to look for that thing today.
Yeah,
Like,
should we
as soon
drop
as we
by the
can.
apartment first and make sure that nothing's been destroyed there, because there were assassins there earlier?
And also to make sure there's no more ninjas left in the air ducts.
I'm gonna send some people to take care of that. We have a
What about
Cerberus on loose in town.
What about Whetstone?
And I got ripped off from that gorilla.
Yeah, your fault for not checking over the contract.
There was no contract.
We'll deal with that later after we get the potentially deadly Cerberus out of the city. How about that?
Brush wouldn't hurt anyone unless they were a threat, and you know it.
Potential. Yeah. They'd be a threat when they attack him.
But they wouldn't.
And then they deserve it.
From what
And they
I've heard-
deserve it.
From what
No,
I've heard,
no,
isn't Rush? Can't we even perceive Rush as a Cerberus? Isn't it still?
He's disguised as a robot right now.
Yeah, I think I could probably think about.
Until he gets hungry. This guy brings coffee for everyone. Thank you, Lorenzo.
I think I could probably perceive him. I mean, I'm the one who put the illusion up.
No, you're not. It's still the original illusion.
Well, I still know how the illusion's put up.
You do know how the illusion's put up, yeah.
I'd probably be able to see the heartbeat of the Cerberus.
And nowhere in your character design does it say that you can see the heartbeats
Well,
of living
from my targeting
creatures.
compute, from my lock-on system, probably. I could scan.
If you lock on to something, you will be able to scan it. If you lock on to every single robot you see, you will eventually be able to eliminate them. Yes.
Good luck with that.
Yes. I won't deny you that.
Yeah, I was saying, I was giving them more. I could do it eventually if you gave me enough time to, check.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you checked the million robots in the city, you'd eventually find him.
So, how do you suggest we do this? Look and find him.
Okay, we'll have to assume that the disguise is still up since we haven't heard anything about it on the news.
And we know there'd be news of a demon randomly showed up in town.
Exactly. So let's figure out where a stray robot would be.
Recall exactly what happened that day.
The only leads I had was Zangief. That's why I went to the wrestling ring in the first place with the other guys. But no.
Anyone
Stupid
else?
ninjas
No one
had to
who
attack.
may have conversed with
The robot monkey.
anyone else?
What about the girl?
Oh yeah, there's Corona, whatever her name is.
Sharona. You can't even remember your own house name.
There's a lot of drugs involved.
That's what the tattoo is on. That tattoo is of.
His tattoo, by the way, says Haro. Haro.
With half of the O.
Yeah, well, it's the O, but it's not, like, filled out. But yeah, his tattoo says Haro.
I talked to her when we woke up. She had no idea.
Okay. Did you get involved in anyone like Mafia?
Well, there was those guys in the fancy suits.
I turn around and cover my forehead like, God damn it.
Were they outside of the general store?
Where was that again? Oh, they were definitely in the area of town with the prostitutes.
I hold out the thing. Sorry, the thing. It's like, did you ever ask them to repair if you could get anything about this?
Hey, how'd you get that? I snag it back.
You gave it to me. You gave it to me.
Yeah, give me a roll. Give me a roll. I need a roll for this. To see how effective you are at snatching things. Yeah, you grab it. It's got some marks on it now. Somebody was not taking much care of it.
So, oh yeah, there were those guys in the fancy suits, and I don't remember much after that actually.
Maybe we could check
Did they
up on
make-
those guys.
Maybe they knocked you out.
Maybe.
No. Yeah.
There is a lot of drugs though.
Everything with you is maybe.
Or
Well, I don't know
it's
for sure.
fine.
You don't remember. You don't know for sure.
Apparently, you've never had the day after before, kid. Give
Oh,
him
no,
some
no.
slack.
Oh no, I just pointed out. He's even maybe and get some things I think you should be able to answer.
Speaking of which, you, bathtub up. Drink
Um,
some coffee now. That's an order.
wait, what was that?
You, drink some coffee now. That's an order.
Why? Is it dosed?
It could be if I needed it to be, but no. You need to snap to your senses.
I'll take a drink of coffee.
I
And then
I-
I hold the cup so he has to drink it all down.
I assume Trouble still has the stick.
Was there a stick?
You know, the
stick
headless
from-
arrow.
The arrow.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
How
Wait,
blatantly
why
obvious
would I
is-
have the headless arrow? The headless arrow that you got.
It was thrown at you. You caught it in your mouth.
Because you didn't
Oh,
think
yeah, that's right.
to do anything else with it.
So I make sure you drink the whole coffee.
It's just
I-
coffee.
I say to Twirl, hey, could you get me that headless arrow he's got?
I rummage around in his pockets while he's drinking coffee with while making him drink coffee with one hand.
Alright, give me a roll. Give me a roll.
Come on, 2 6s.
26.
He does not keep a single arrow, broken as it is, in his pocket. You find a cell phone. It's got a pink cell phone with a Hello Kitty keyring thing hanging off it.
The
I
cell
look at it and I'm
phone.
like, this is probably Cerelia's, and you know what?
She gave
For her
it.
safety,
Hey, she gave that to me. Seriously, she
For-
gave that to me.
yeah, but for her safety, I'm going to wipe as much of her info off of it as I can.
You find out that there's actually almost nothing on it.
Yeah,
Besides
there's
the
just-
fancy, besides the fancy, the cat girl you're trying to dial is unavailable right now.
pretty much, it was given to me blank. I'm pretty sure it was stated it was.
No, it was her spare
Oh, okay.
phone. That's how it was stated. It was given to you.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think Brent told me that he traded a harmonica for it or something.
yeah, something like that. I remember the
right.
harmonica.
Let's think this through instead of just guessing, though. If he was a hungry dog dressed as a robot, restricted to where a robot would be able to go, where would he be?
The junkyard. The junkyard.
That's not a bad idea. If he was wandering the city, he might have been impounded or gone to the junkyard.
Well, we went to the animal control already.
A
It's a
junkyard would
robot.
inevitably have food as well.
But we could check, like, you know.
There's always food garbage in junkyards and shit.
Bren, the mention of a junkyard or a scrapyard makes you recall in your old days here in the city. You knew a guy who ran a chop shop next to a junkyard that might still be open.
Okay. I mention it and offer to show and tell them about the I guess the address he used to live at. Specifically mention he used to live there. Don't know if he does anymore. It's been 10 years.
Yeah, I know. Might be worth a check-in.
Alright, well, who wants to give me a ride? My wing is still killing me.
I'll take you.
Thanks. Lead the way, Bren.
HHG.
All right.
Da 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 da.
Oh, HHG should be junkyard guy.
We can arrange that.
If HHG wants to join.
Da 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 da.
We could probably do that.
Da 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 da.
Da-da-da.
I think we've pissed off Days now.
Oh no, I'm switching to the table, but it definitely doesn't go with the music I'm listening to.
HHG is eating real quick and then sure. How fast are you eating? Are you eating DSJ fast where you basically inhale the food without inhaling the food?
It's also Logan fast.
But it's also used to be me fast. now I generally just pick at food while I do other stuff.
I'm either eating really fast or I'm literally like just picking at it.
It's definitely not me fast because I'm just like, fuck you guys, I'm eating my food.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah, I also don't eat on stream. So, there's that.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
So
You said that twice, right, Cloud?
Oh, there we go.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Wanted to make sure that wasn't somebody echoing or something.
Echo, echo, cookie, echo.
Were you expecting me to go to a junkyard idea?
No, I was just hoping for it.
Well, then.
Right before you said junkyard, I was going to say dump. But basically the same thing.
Well,
Dump could refer
junkyard
to
is a
landfill.
mechanical dump.
Yeah, landfill dump, junkyard.
You know the junkyard. You know the junkyard's where your yeah. You know the junkyard's where your tub's gonna be, right?
Nah, who knows? Maybe.
Oh look, people.
Not that. That thing's not even useful here.
Does that guy have a gigantic one-handed chainsaw?
Probably. Yeah, he works in a chop shop, and it's a chopper. So yeah.
Oh god, that guy's got
Definitely
two
looks like
robots.
somebody out of Devil May Cry.
Hey, look, a guy with some freaking roboballs.
Let me get these all set up then.
Is that also a gun?
Stream rule
Probably.
number 1, don't eat on stream. 1A, unless you're streaming social eating.
1B, or you're an eating douche like me. Also, I see the dog.
Or it's an actual one of those mechs. He would have known we would do that.
I knew it was. I knew it wasn't Rush because it doesn't have Rush's pop up when we highlight it.
Well,
So I
he
just had
probably
to
would
flip
have
it.
removed it so it wouldn't. So we wouldn't know. Is the
Oh yeah,
point.
no. I knew he wouldn't let us get away with just like and flip. We've done that. We've done that to his plans way too many times.
Such as the rabbits.
Yeah, literally the first game.
Are these all Transformers? They all look like they're roughly the same model in different forms.
Nope.
The fuck race is this guy? Is he a actual robot, or is he
Which guy?
this big dude up here?
Yeah, he's a big old scrap robot.
Okay. He looks kind of like a fucking, like, Tauren or something from WoW.
That is
Like a mechanoid Tauren. Like,
nope.
That is a.
If you know what that is, I'll be impressed.
no idea.
I feel I recognize it. That's the big thing.
Alright, so you guys go to the
Wait.
bad part of town.
I don't recognize it. I don't know the name, but is it from Chaotic?
Nope.
Dang it.
Also, I reminded them that I told them I did used to be a thief, so that may not be that. You may want to hold on to your purses around here.
Also, holy shit, that guy's. Also, holy
I have
shit, that
nothing
guy.
to steal.
Also, holy shit, I just
Your
recognized
arrows.
the guy. I think it's from Blaswell.
Your random arrows.
Which
Got
guy?
it. Keep belongings safe.
This guy. This guy.
Also,
Got it. I'll keep
Also,
belongings
if the-
safe.
I don't know who that is. So,
Also, I actually really do not like the scrap ball design.
he said it was made out of scrap metal. It's literally a ball of scrap metal. I don't know how it could be worse.
I like it.
I don't like it because it's lacking in the gunness.
I see the gun with the orange thing on the bottom.
It could just fire off shrapnel. For a bit, he could just launch it out. Yeah. That makes it even easier to make those things. It's just literally a ball of scrap.
That launches itself.
Yeah.
Just whacking the enemy with itself.
So yeah, there's kind of a commotion going on, and they don't really notice you right now.
Yeah, I pull out a couple of those for, just safety reasons.
Commotion, huh?
A couple
Yeah.
being 5.
That's a bunch, not a couple.
So I'm gonna. So which way into the main shop, Brennefock?
Oh, are
You're
we gonna
leading
wait
the
for HHG or?
You don't have to now. Just play it out naturally. The main shop is obviously the large building.
Yeah.
But Moto's crazy. We can make assumptions.
No, talking in character, having him lead the way.
Yeah, no. But we can also assume that he's crazy and doesn't realize what the main building is.
Yeah.
Well, he's also probably only rarely seen a building this large, so he might not even recognize it as part of the same complex.
I got it.
Saga Media, thank you for the host.
I think G would fix it. Just because it would stack them and you could unstack them.
So, Bryn, you know this bottom corner building is the office? You know this large one is actually the shop, and out here is where they keep the spare scrap and spare parts.
Yeah. So I'd probably lead us over here to the office.
Okay. So what's your plan? Describe to me what you guys are doing.
I just want to talk to our lead. I'm letting him. I have no idea who we're supposed to be talking to. So.
All right. Apparently, 12 barges in. This girl,
No, I was trying to stay with Bryn. I was just.
Oh.
I was trying to be behind him, but
Yeah.
Mojo took right behind him, and there. I was just there. And you keep having your little.
I don't recognize any of these people.
You recognize the guy in the back. This girl, immediately comes up to you and threatens you with a large blade.
Oh, hey, HSG is on. I shift my coat to reveal my cheese, and I'm assuming, and look, you can fight us, but I don't think it's in your favor. Why not just talk?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
What's the cane
I give my
required
name.
about any recently
I
acquired?
don't have a last name yet, but I need to come up. I need to come up with one, but I don't have one. But I give my name.
Calm down. Hey, that one's a ghost.
Spooky.
Come on in.
I elbow Bryn. You hear that, Ghost Boy?
Come on in.
That's your new nickname, Ghost Boy.
Are you haunting us?
That'd be a hilarious change in the canon. I didn't survive. I just,
I'll just set up my move.
I just thought I did, and this whole time I've actually been dead.
A vengeful spirit.
A vengeful nemesis.
Juji, what the hell are you doing back in the city? I thought you ran after the bad business.
And I pull trouble back, dude, back off.
Hey, I'm fine. I'm not interrupting. I'm just standing
And
here.
what are you doing with these robes?
Well,
I
how did businesses let me back here?
Oh, he's not. HHG's not allowed in the voice channel. Forget.
I'll drag him in. Tell him to get into the normal voice.
Here he is.
Okay.
Hey.
I got him.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Wait, I should actually slap the RPG rule on you since you're going to be in the new one.
Alright.
There, now you can join the channel on your own.
Okay.
Answers, Juji. What are you doing back here in town, and who are these rubes?
These two are friends that I've met. She helped a friend, and I'm back because there's big brigands going on about a dragon virus that is threatening the entire world.
There's issues about. Also, we came by to get our friends. I say sir. I say sir before catching myself and saying robot.
Well, what's ours is ours. If you want it back, you gotta pay. But right now we got a problem in the main building, so we can't get any out of those right now.
We know.
Could it be that there's a robot that isn't following orders, isn't shutting down if you tell it to, or any of that?
Getting tied up in this mess too, huh? Same old
We think that's a
Juji.
robot.
Same old Juji, you know? Alright.
It's in its job description now.
Any chance I can help you?
As I mentioned, paladin business. I'm a paladin now.
Never would have thought I would have seen you on the other side of the blue line. Alright. You know what? I owe you one. I tell you what, you clean up this mess, I'll get you your robot.
Sweet.
Right now there's something going berserk in there, and our boys are not faring well. You can pick one of my men, and they're going to help you.
AKA HHG, choose your random character.
All right,
Yes.